All right, let me ask you this on the villain side of things, because I think this is good for our sport better than any other sport, and I'll tell you why in a second. So, this was in response to Fabian Ardea, who covers the Dodgers, about the Yamamoto signing and the $1 billion offseason for the Dodgers. Evan Drellich said, in my opinion, baseball sells theater and super teams, and villains rile the blood and create narratives to follow. So the spending is good for baseball, and the Dodgers are good for baseball. And the fact that you talk about them and may hate them is exactly why it's good for baseball. I will pile on and not only agree with that, but I will say that baseball having this kind of edge of villains and super teams is more helpful because the villains and super teams can be slayed much more easily in baseball than they can in basketball. You have
Yes.
2 or 3 superstars in basketball, you are going to go a long way if those dudes are healthy, right? We've seen that for years. The dominance of the Warriors, the dominance of teams that LeBron's been a part of. We don't get that in baseball. We haven't even had back-to-back freaking champs since the Yankees 1 billion years ago. It's like a quarter century ago at this point where we've seen a dominant dynasty team like that winning consistently year after year. The Giants had the every other year action going on. But we don't really have that for the most part, which I think is cool. And if you think the Dodgers are about to rattle off 4 titles in a row, you have not been watching baseball.
Nope, not going to happen. That's not how it works. And I get it. Todd put his $1,000 down on the plus 400 bet MGM odds for the Dodgers to win, but that's not how it works. That's not how it's going to work. The Dodgers have set themselves up really well. I get that. They have, 4 of the top 5 best players in the game. I don't think Yamamoto's up there yet. He has to prove it, and I could eat my words, but all I'm saying that, like, to win the World Series is really, really, really tough. And based on the other sports, this is baseball has the most amount of winners in the last 20 years of any of the major sports. So other sports, there's less parity. And baseball has a lot of parity because of how the fact that you can take down a giant. You can advertise the, David versus Goliath. But, it's not bad if the Yankees play the Dodgers this year in the World Series. It's not a bad thing for baseball.
It's not like it happens every year. People act like that happens every year.
That would be awesome.
It doesn't happen.
No,
right? The closest we were
No.
was 2017 when Codfather's Yankees could have played the Dodgers in the World Series, and that might be part of an upcoming Legends territory. So keep a lookout for that.